Alright, this is the number 131 of my accountability to myself, and I appreciate everyone's attention who watches this. Now it's 9:40 p.m. and I would like to keep this video short so I can go to sleep faster because yesterday I fell asleep at like 9:30, maybe 9:40, and it was amazing because I woke up at 6:20 and I felt perfectly. And I actually like this condition to wake up earlier and to feel great. And so, probably the first thing that I would like to mention about is probably about my day. Alright, yeah, the first thing I've done actually, I went to the gym, obviously, because today I didn't have any classes. I only needed to come to university because I had a meeting with my coach. It was like 20 minutes meeting, nothing special, but I still needed to come there, and it was suck because I spent like only 1 hour by going to university and returning home. But before that, I spent like I returned from the gym, right? And then I had my breakfast, and afterwards I spent like almost 3 hours, I guess, for my internship. And after I only went to university, then I returned, then I had like my lunch, then I spent some more time for my internship, then I've done one assignment that I had. The subject is called Digital Business Foundation, and there was like the thing. I don't even want to explain like, but it took like almost 2 hours probably. So I spent basically the whole day to do my internship tasks and to execute my university assignment, right? And tomorrow in the morning when I wake up, I will need to also work with my internship because even tonight, like an hour ago, I've got a message that there's something that I need to work on urgently, and bro, of course I'm not gonna sacrifice my sleep, so I will wake up tomorrow morning. I will be working on that stuff because I will be having about 2 hours before class, but if I'm gonna have my breakfast, probably 1 hour before classes, but it must be okay. I don't know, I will see. And so the thing is that I briefly, and I feel so guilty actually, because second day in a row I don't read my conspects, and I'm supposed to read every day. And just now I grabbed my notebook and I went through so briefly. I didn't even try to think because actually the last lesson was pretty simple. Everything was so straightforward. All right, I know about opportunity cost. I know about simple percentage. I know about simple interest, a bit about compound interest, about like there was one formula how to calculate those interests, and that's and it was so simple, so nothing special. But there was one thing, but there's actually is one story that I would tell about, but I will tell about it next time when I will be studying the chapter, so I will be able to provide the whole idea properly. But now, one of the things that I would like to leave here is investment potential. Basically, it means that if you have let's say you have €1,000, $1,000, whatever, like 1,000 of any currency, not Zimbabwe dollars. They don't cost anything. So even if you invest them or even if you lose them, nobody cares. So let's say you have like €1,000, right? And let's say you just keep them. You just keep them at home. And the thing is that in a year, the price of this €1,000 is not the same as it was when you got it for the first time, because there's like inflation, right? Everyone knows about that, and normally annual rate is 2%. So let's say if you buy a basket of products, and you go to the store, like you buy a basket of products and it costs exactly $100, so in a year you won't be able to buy exactly the same basket of products. So it basically means that money loses its value if you don't do anything with them. That's why there's an opportunity to invest them, at least in there's like a safe method to leave them on deposit in your bank, and like it will have in, I don't know, 1 to 5 percentages, like annual interest that you will be having, right? And yeah, and basically, for example, if you have in a year not like 1,000 euros but 1,050 euros, it doesn't mean that you earned 50 euros. It means most likely that you just kept your money in the same amount just because you are going together with inflation. And why did I mention about this? Because I want to make here transition about time value, about personal value, like you as a person. If you possess of some skills today and you have a specific value, in a year your value is lower, even if you keep exactly the same skills. And I wanted to bring it up because it's so crucial to actually develop yourself daily and to improve yourself daily, because sometimes people think that just keeping themselves the same is still fine, but actually you're losing time, most precious, most precious resource, right? And especially nowadays, in such a fast changing world, I would say, it's very important to be able to distribute your time properly, let alone like wasting this time, right? It's not even considered in this case. It's very important to invest your time in something, to learn new stuff, to getting better in something. And there's like compound interest. So for example, let's say if you have 1,000 euros, right? And per year you've got like 50 euros, 5 percentages, let's say, and now you have like on your deposit 1,050 euros. So in a year you will get 5%, not from 1,000 but from 1,050, and it's called compound interest. For example, we are calculating the class, very interesting calculation, because if you have $24, I will mention about the story again, and I will mention more details about that, why we specifically calculated this, but now just briefly. So if you have like $24, if you had $24 400 years ago, and if you had an opportunity to put them on deposit, say, I don't remember, 4 percentages or 8 percentages, let's say 5, all right, let's say 5 percentages. So in 400 years you would be having not $24 but more than $7 trillion. Wow, it sounds crazy, isn't it? Like, it's because it's about compound interest. It's like how this thing works when like you get an interest, and then this interest brings you interest, and then interest on interest bring you also interest, and it's an infinity cycle. And exactly the same it works with your skills and with your time. The more you invest in yourself, the more skills you have, the easier it is to obtain new skill. Let's say language. If you study for the first time language, it's extremely hard. You don't understand anything. There are some rules that don't exist in your own language, let's say, right? And it's so hard to understand, but once you master the first language, or at least you've got a decent level, and you try to study another language, it's way easier. You've already gained a skill how to study a language, at least somehow, all right? And you've already, like, your perspective is broadened about studying languages. You have some kind of approach, and it helps you. and it might help you not only with languages, but once you understood how to study in general, you can apply it in other areas, in other skills that you need to obtain, all right? Then you obtain that skill. For example, you obtain skills of communication you can actually apply in relationships, because you understand how to communicate, how to talk, how to actually find a solution through, how to say that, through verbal communication, right? And that's basically how it works. And the more skills you get, the more information you get, it basically compounds and creates something bigger in your mind in the long term. That's why it's very important. And that's why I really like my subjects in uni, because it always allows me to broaden my perspective and to see even the idea that I had previously, to see this wider, because now I have more space to think about this. And it's so nice actually. And of course, I didn't explain it in the same way, because I had a class for 3 hours when I was explained all this stuff and much more than what I mentioned about. But still, it's like it's very important. Not just waste your time. Just think about this. What you spend your time on, because you in 5 years, it's not decided yet. You don't have a vocation. You don't have a fate. You decide who you create by basically this decision, by making this decision right now, in exactly in this moment. And the decision you will make today, and if you make a right decision, and every decision that you make in your favor, it's a right decision, all right, then you will become another person. And if you don't do like anything in your favor, you will stay most likely the same person. Maybe even you will deteriorate, and you will be, I don't know, more stupid or something like that. Like you will be having less brain cells, and you know. So investment, potential investment, and you don't need to lose it in terms of your time. Yeah, that's what I wanted to explain a bit, right? And probably that's it, because I need to go to sleep early. It's already like 10 p.m. So yeah, without being said, that's probably it. Hopefully that's it. And see you in the next one.